Every time a new iPhone came out, we were like, oh my God, I need that. And you can see that the device replacement cycle has just gone longer and longer. It would be more cost efficient for someone who really wants the iPhone 17 to buy one unlocked. If you did the math, you'd actually save money on that versus getting it from a carrier.
Welcome to the stream. How you doing?
Welcome to the show.
Good to meet you.
Hey guys, thanks for having me. Great to be here.
Thanks so much for hopping on early. Great to meet you. Wanted to have you on the show to get an update on you and everything going on, but then also there's so many questions about AI, AGI, UBI, so many acronyms. I'm sure we'll go through all of them, but why don't you just give us a little bit of a reintroduction for those who might not be familiar what you're up to these days?
Sure thing. People remember me from my 2020 presidential campaign saying that AI was going to come, it was going to eat the jobs, and that we should shift to putting money into people's hands more quickly and broadly. Imagine making that case in Iowa in 2020 at truck stops before AI had actually arrived on the scene. But now here we are 5 years later, and I dare say a lot of the folks who are watching this are nodding their heads being like, oh yeah, you know, we're going to do a number on a lot of rank and file entry level workers. So over the last number of years, I've been trying to figure out how to get money back into people's hands. I was inspired by my friend Mark Cuban, who started Cost Plus Drugs. You guys had Mark on recently, right?
We did a couple weeks ago. He was great.
Yeah, so I thought, can we cost plus anything else in American life? And I realized that we're spending 170 billion or so on our cell phone services and data. I was paying Verizon over $100 a month, 140 a month to be precise. And meanwhile, Verizon and AT&T paid out 18 billion in shareholder dividends in the last 12 months. So you can kind of start doing some math and realize that Americans are paying twice as much for data as people in other countries. So today is the kickoff of Noble Mobile, where we try and put money back into Americans' hands and hopefully have people doom scroll a little bit less, live a little better. We're having a big party in New York City on Thursday night. You guys are not in New York, right?
West
and
Coast.
have you guys come as VIPs and hang out.
We'll be there we'll be there spiritually. But breakdown. I know kind of the mechanics of Noble Mobile, but break it down for the audience. How does it actually work?
Well, but before I get into this, I'd actually love to put you guys on the spot and ask who you use for your wireless provider. So I said I was.
I use Verizon. They've been fleecing me for years.
Verizon. Yeah.
Same.
I actually have an iMessage here. Your bill is ready. This is not a joke. At 11:45, this came in.
Your bill is ready.
I just pay it, and I don't think too much about it. But I'm sure I'm getting fleeced because I probably signed up on some like super cheap contract about a decade ago, and it's gone up every month. And you know, it's a monopoly,
ads
right?
are like lock in the price in parentheses because we're just going to keep on raising it.
Yeah.
But the craziest thing is when you guys travel abroad, when I was on Verizon, I went to Europe with my family this summer, and the travel pass cost $10 a day to put yourself on the foreign carriers' towers. You know how much Verizon, AT&T are spending to put you on their partners' towers? About $2.50. So why on earth would you charge us $10 or $12 a day if it's going to cost you $2.50? Like the entire industry, when you start digging in, there's just a lot of profiteering.
Yeah. So you guys pay people to use their phone less. Does that mean I start out with but break down the actual mechanics of how that works on a month to month basis?
Sure thing. So check it out. I'll use myself. I know I use my phone for doom scrolling and social media a little bit too much, but at the same time, I consider myself an effective in-touch individual and kind of need my smartphone and don't want to count how much data I'm using. So the way Noble Mobile works is that you pay a $50 flat fee for unlimited data, and if you use it up the wazoo, then you paid $50, and that's the end of it. But if you use less than 20 gigs per month, then we'll give you cash back in the form of an end-of-month payment, data dividend, we call it, of up to $20. And then any money we give you will then grow at a 5.5% interest rate annualized so that your cell phone plan becomes like a mini savings vehicle without you having to think about it or do anything. And so this way you get the
you guys
best
hold
of both
on. Do you
worlds.
guys do you guys hold on to those funds as long as somebody's like a customer? Is that how that works, or like, or do
you can take the money out anytime you want. It's your money. But if you leave it with us, we'll grow it at a higher rate than you're going to get someplace else, risk-free, because we wanted it to be a set it and forget it savings plan. One of our first investors was a guy named Scott Galloway, Prof G, who you guys probably know. Has he been on the show?
Not yet. Not yet.
Get him.
He's got to come on sometime.
Yeah.
I'll try it. I'm seeing him later this week. So
that'd be
I'll
amazing. Yeah, please let him know. It'd be fun.
In your direction. But Scott's very passionate about trying to help young people in particular, young men, save money in a set it and forget it way. And so Noble Mobile, we want to do three things at once, which is a lot, but whatever. Number one, we want to see you actually pay closer to what you should be paying true value for your data. It's about half what you're currently paying. Number two, we want to incentivize you to doom scroll a little less and look at your family's face a little more. And number three, we want to make it easier for you to save money without having to think about it. So those are the things that we think we can accomplish.
That's a really cool flow.
What's the customer acquisition strategy besides you telling as many people as possible about it? You're starting there, but what's the GTM look like?
Sure thing. So one of the things we figured out was that I've got a following, Scott Galloway's got a following, Charlemagne's got a following, a lot of people have followings. And so if you want to help them save money and live a little better, you can tell them about Noble Mobile, and for every person you help them, but then we also will reward you. So what you're going to see is that there's going to be something of a collective that's now helping acquire customers and let people know about this. The model that everyone's familiar with is Ryan Reynolds, Mint Mobile. Ryan Reynolds shows up on commercials and whatnot. And so one of the jokes I tell is like I'm talking to various celebrities or influencers is like, look, instead of one Ryan Reynolds, they're going to be like 30 of us or 50 of us or whatnot. And then when I tell them Ryan Reynolds made $300 million, then they're
he did fantastically.
Enlightened self-interest kicks in, and people are like, okay, I'm definitely ready to tell my people. So we're in conversations right now with some very, very fun, fascinating figures with followings. Awesome. That's a lot of Fs. But this is like a consumer-centered, human-based movement to try and make this industry work better for us.
That's very cool.
What does it take to actually build a new telecom company like this? You guys obviously aren't setting up your own towers, but are you partnered with some bigger existing players, or what did that look like?
Yeah, it was a lot of work setting up our own towers. I had to get out the tool belt. Now, so you're obviously right. What we did is we licensed hundreds of millions of dollars worth of data from one of the big carriers. Mm-hmm. And the point I want to make to your incredibly savvy audience is like, look, you talk about you chose Verizon 10 years ago. I chose Verizon 25 years ago. Yeah. And we chose it based on something that we thought was like network quality. Like I'm an important person.
Yeah, there's a map, and the Verizon map was more red than the other maps.
It was like in little towns where you were, cities, it was like, well, this network's better than that one. Yeah. This one, it was just vibes based, basically.
Yeah, so over the last 10 to 20 years, what happened is all three carriers bulked up their networks to the point where they're all pretty excellent. And then now you have some satellite data that's getting piped through the network. So what happened is that we made a buying decision X years ago, and then in the time since, it kind of got leveled up and became commoditized. So what we're doing is we licensed hundreds of millions of dollars worth of data from one of the carriers, T-Mobile, and then now we can make it available to people in a way that's really going to again accomplish multiple goals. And the great thing is that it's in this day and age too, because check this out, guys. Like you're like me, I bet. And have approximately zero experience actually switching carriers. Maybe you've done it 0 times.
Yep.
I was the same way. I've been on Verizon for 25 years. Every device manufactured from 2018 on now has an eSIM where you can direct it to another network. You keep your number, keep your phone, takes 5 minutes, and you can just bingo bango switch to another network. Most consumers do not understand this. And even I knew it technically. But then when I actually switched from Verizon, even I was like, holy shit, I just ended a 25-year relationship in 5 minutes, and now I'm saving myself $1,200 a year. Like that, this is like magic.
That's crazy.
So now in many ways, the goal is to spread the magic to as many Americans as possible.
Are you guys like? How does it? What's T-Mobile's or Noble Mobile's integrations with the actual hardware manufacturers? Are you guys working on deals with companies at the device level?
So we think most people are happy with their device and will just bring their own phone. There are some people that are under a contract with their carrier, and obviously there was like a new iPhone launch just last week.
Yeah.
So there are some folks who, and by the way, this is true of you guys too. I love talking to people like you because we're on the same boat. So there was a period when every time a new iPhone came out, we were like, "Oh my God, I need that."
You need to line up,
and then that
camp
stopped.
out.
Yeah. Remember the lines?
Yeah.
And then that stopped being true like a number of months ago, where we're like, "What's the difference with this one? The camera's a little better. Like I'm not even really seeing it.
This one's orange."
And you can see that the device replacement cycle has just gotten longer and longer. So I talked before about how the networks have become at parity and commoditized. Our devices have kind of converged around a level that we're perfectly happy with. And so most people, we think, don't want a new phone necessarily. They just want to not be getting gouged every month. If you do want to get a new device and you decide to go through the carriers, by the way, I've done this. So I get a new iPhone of Verizon and like the device is free, but I'm tied up in a 2-year contract where I'm paying Verizon a certain amount over this period. And I want the folks listening to this just to think about it for a second. The carriers' contracts with us are so profitable that they can zero out and subsidize a $1,200 device or a $1,000 device and be like, hey, it's free to you because we're making so much money off you, we're going to pay. I mean, obviously Apple's not giving them that device for free. Apple's like, like getting paid a lot of money.
Yep.
So it would be more cost efficient for someone who really wants the iPhone 17 to buy one unlocked and then sign up with Noble. If you did the math, you'd actually save money on that versus getting it for free from a carrier. But most people are perfectly happy with their current device and might just want to try a different network.
Cool.
Well, congratulations on the launch. Super exciting. I'm excited to see the different partners that you put together. And I feel like you just can hit the campaign trail again, but this time for Noble Mobile.
Yeah, you know the playbook.
Hang in, just go truck stop to truck stop and just like help people switch over.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys just read my mind. I'm coming to a truck stop near you in a hot minute. It might not just be me. It might be Scott Galloway. It might be someone else in the Noble Collective. But this is going to be a really fun company to grow because it's an industry that's really past due for some modernization and some humanization.
Yeah.
Last question. Did you raise a bunch of money for this already?
Yeah, I think you guys get to do a sound effect.
Whoa,
but yeah, we raised 10.3 million from
not just a
various
sound
folks.
effect, an authentic.
We have a
gong
real
hit.
gong in the studio.
I did enjoy that. I want to bang that gong in person.
You're welcome.
Anytime.
Anytime you're in LA, let us know.
Oh yeah, I'll let you know. I'll be in LA before you know it. But
Fantastic.
Scott's an investor.
Great.
A lot of other fun people are investors. Shout out to Corazon Capital for leading the round.
That's very fun.
And we're gonna grow like a weed. It's gonna be fun.
Amazing.
Fantastic. Well,
Great.
congratulations.
Great to
Good
get
luck.
the update, and we'll see you soon, hopefully.
Yeah, we'll talk to you soon, Andrew. Thanks so much.
Thanks,
for having
guys. See you in LA. Appreciate
We'll
you having
talk
me
to
on.
you soon. Bye.